What is up, Bridge the Blue crew? Hope you guys are having an amazing Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It is hump day. And you know what? We are literally days away from Missouri. We're actually going to Missouri tomorrow.
Bright and early.
And then we're gonna be guests on a radio show on Friday.
Yep,
that's Friday evening. That's gonna be pretty friggin' awesome. And then the big day is gonna be Sunday.
Yep.
Trapped, Pryor and Lee.
Lots to do in the meantime.
Oh yes. And so thank you for those of you that have been keeping up, and thank you for those of you that have shown your support financially here in the group. Your generosity is just amazing, and it's allowing us to do free events like this, and like the one coming up on September the 11th. And what we wanted to talk about today, so I want to get right on into it because we want to keep today as short as possible. October.
I heard some of them laugh when you said that.
Probably because I said that Monday night.
You say
and
it every time,
an hour.
almost.
Yeah.
So, anyway, squirrel.
Yeah. But so October, so we have a big announcement to make, and some of you are already aware that we're planning on doing something big in October. If you've been watching our Blue Crew lives and watching the recaps, you know that we had something huge planned for October. So just a quick recap. This month, we've got Lake of the Ozarks. Next month, September the 11th, here just north of Houston in Conroe, a big event on 9/11 to celebrate not only law enforcement, but first responders, EMTs, military, the whole nine. And that's going to be our Proud to Be an American event in Conroe. Lee Greenwood and his band are going to be here live, ladies and gentlemen. But then between September and November, isn't there something pretty significant happening in November at the very beginning, within the first 4 or 5 days?
In November? Gosh, what is it?
November. Get out and vote, folks. Before then, though, we're going to make a statement. We are no longer the silent majority. We are the unsilent majority. We have to remain silent no more. And for those of you that are new to the group, that you're new to this community, Bridge the Blue, this isn't just a pro-Leo group, right? There's a lot of people, a lot of individuals that they'll create their own groups in support of law enforcement, and that's awesome. We love that. But Bridge the Blue is an organization, a nonprofit, 501c3 organization, and our whole vision is to make America safe again and bridge the gap between law enforcement and communities. And so as we're going into November, okay, we have to make decisions to elect officials that are pro-law enforcement, because we don't want to just, there's this whole other narrative to defund the police. We want to refund the police. And if you missed our Blue Crew Live just on Monday, I would encourage you to go check that out. If you're at the very top of the group, there is a Blue Crew Live tab. I would encourage you to check that out, because Troy had an amazing idea, and it was kind of off the cuff. But what if, like Austin was recently defunded, what if that 150 million, it was 150 million, right?
100 and something.
What if that $150 million, what if Bridge the Blue, you, us, what if we, as we the people, could refund that department and hire those law enforcement officers so they can keep people safe and they can feed their families, right? What if we, anyways, go back and watch that video. Everything is in that video. Yeah, it's an hour long, but it's an hour of your time. You'd probably just watch something on Netflix anyway. Invest into your law enforcement. Invest in your time into Bridge the Blue. Go check out that video. Now, on to the big announcement. What do we have going on October the 10th?
Well, I mean, it's not so much, it's big, but we have announced it. A lot of people know about it, but there's also a lot of new people to the group.
Did you know, another squirrel, did you know that we hit over 90,000 people in our community?
Yep.
Our Blue Crew is over 90,000 strong. We are inches away from 100,000 in the last 7 weeks, folks. Yep. You guys know that's amazing. In the last 7 weeks, our group has grown from zero to over 90,000 in 7 weeks. That is America making a statement.
That's right. That's a huge statement, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is why other organizations and everybody's calling us saying, hey, can we have access to your group?
and we got to be careful.
We do.
Yeah.
We do. So we want to protect everybody and, just the mission, so. But anyway, October 10th, we are doing rallies across the country again.
Nationwide rallies.
Nationwide in every state. But in this scenario, we're only doing, on an average, there are a couple exceptions, but on average, we're doing one location per state. One location per state.
And why is that significant?
Well, I think it's important for everybody to get together. I loved having the rallies all across the country at different cities. We tried to have it at every city to one degree.
Yeah, and just for those of you that don't know, that was in July. So in July, we had a nationwide push, and we had hundreds of rallies from coast to coast at 1 p.m. on July 18th. July 18th, people all over the country rising up.
It was amazing.
But we didn't have a whole lot of time to prepare.
Yep.
So what wound up happening is we had people show up to the steps of their city halls with only 1 or 2 people.
Yeah, but a couple of places like that.
But that ain't going to happen this time.
Yeah. So, I think it's important that we lock arms together.
Absolutely.
We got to lock arms. I love the individual cities and everybody doing it. I love seeing all the different rallies that have been going on across the country, even outside of Bridge the Blue. Some amazing rallies have been going on. But I think it's important that we continue to show the strength on a nationwide level.
Absolutely.
So on October 10th, we're going to do that with one location. Now, in a lot of those states, it's going to be the capitals. In some of those states, it's not going to be the capitals because it's not the safest place in some of those states right now. We want to make sure and keep everybody as safe as possible.
Absolutely.
At the same time, addressing the issue.
Yes. Come on.
Where we need to address it.
Come on.
It's a delicate balance, and it's just it's tricky. But we are trying to do things a lot better this time. We have a little more time to plan.
Yep.
So we got information that's going to be finally released next week, I believe it is. That people are going to be able to begin to download and use and so forth. We tried to have it last week, but with the different events and stuff that we're putting on and the different things we're doing, it was just too much for our small staff to take it all on. So, but that's kind of the direction we're going. But the tricky part right now, as much as we want to release the names of all of those cities in each state that we're going to be doing this, we can't quite do that yet because we haven't finalized some of those states. And the reason we haven't done that is because we haven't finalized rally captains in some of those states.
That's right.
We need more rally captains.
Absolutely.
We've got to have at least one rally captain in every state, at least one. Some states can have more. But the reason we're doing this is because we need someone leading it, okay? If we got someone leading the charge is going to be a whole lot better, okay? But also, we need the input from that rally captain on the exact location of where they think this rally should be for their state and so forth. So, again, we're trying to incorporate everybody else.
It's all about a unity, standing united.
We don't know it all.
No, we don't.
We don't know it all by any means.
Really?
Matter of fact, some people say I don't know anything.
Really?
But, we like to have a good time. So it is important. So what the plea is right now is for more rally captains.
Yes. We need you.
If you're even remotely interested in being a rally captain in your state, man, we need you.
Yes.
We need you.
Yes.
To make this a success and so forth. So, Lee, how can they, if they're interested, how can they sign up to be a rally captain?
So we have a couple of different ways. Okay, we want to make this as easy as possible, and if any of our moderators are currently on, if you can write this in the chat, and we are going to post some more stuff here over the coming 24 to 48 hours. But this is going to be very easy, folks. bridgetheblue.com/captain.
Can somebody put that in the notes?
bridgetheblue.com/captain. That's one way you can get there. Again, bridgetheblue.com/captain. And another way that you can get there is just go to our website at bridgetheblue.com and go to the events page. You can find it in the menu. If you're on your desktop, it'll be at the very top of your screen. If you're on mobile, just hit that hamburger menu or those 3 horizontal lines at the top of your screen. and then just go to events. And at the very top of the events page, underneath the header of the page, there's a gold bar saying, and it basically says, would you like to be a rally captain? Click here, and it's going to take you. Now, this is what's going to happen. Okay, it's going to take you to a form, and it's just going to take you step by step because this is so important. Okay, we don't want to, and pardon my language here, we don't want to half-ass this. Okay, we want to be super prepared. So because this is so important, we do have an application, okay? But it's going to be very simple. It's going to ask you for some very simple information. It is only going to take you maybe 2 minutes to complete. Super simple. And so 2 minutes, what's going to happen is that email is going to be received by our events team, and where they are then going to reach out to you to tell you what your next steps are from that point. But we need to know the right locations, guys. We need to know. I got a hair or something like hanging down my eye. We need to know the best locations in each state because here we're in Texas, and we know kind of what the best idea is going to be for Texas, but we don't know for Georgia or Florida or Jersey or New York or Illinois, all right, or even Missouri. And even though I'm pretty sure I know where that one's going to be, or California, right, Idaho, we don't know the best places there. Only you do. Okay, and so that's why we need your help with finalizing the cities in each of these states, the city in each state, I should say, for this nationwide Silent No More push. And so we're fired up. So once again, bridgetheblue.com/captain. And or you can go to our website, bridgetheblue.com, and in the menu, select the events page, and at the very top of the events page, you'll see a gold bar. Hit that button, and you can go ahead and fill out the application. Super easy, super simple, 2 minutes to fill out.
Right on. So, hey, let's go ahead and move on. Lee, when you say Bridge the Blue, because I know you put it out there, getting feedback from people and so forth. What are they thinking? What goes through their mind? How do they see Bridge the Blue?
Yeah, and so about 3 weeks ago or so, I had posted out. I threw out a question to the entire community, and I said, "What does the phrase Bridge the Blue mean to you?" Because yes, Bridge the Blue is an organization, but Bridge the Blue is also a phrase, and it's a little bit different than we hear most people say back the blue, but Bridge the Blue is a little bit different, okay? And so we've shared a lot of what Bridge the Blue means to us, why we started it, and you can definitely go through, look us up on YouTube. We're on YouTube. You can also go back through the videos in our community that we've shared, as well as on our Facebook page, which, by the way, this is a private group. It's not a Facebook page. And so if you have yet to go and like our page here on Facebook, I want to encourage you to do that. If you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, go and do that. And we're also on Instagram and Twitter as well. You can look us up, Bridge the Blue. But I want to read some responses that we received from people just like you in our community, members of our Blue Crew that shared very openly about what Bridge the Blue meant to them. And so, I'm blown away by some of these responses. I am absolutely blown. So just go ahead and kind of run through these. So again, what does the phrase Bridge the Blue mean to you? Well, Bubba Millhouse says, it means there's a group of people, this group growing larger every day, that want to assist the police and the community and have positive interactions with one another. Several of us bleed blue and want the present and future generations of the public and police to have a positive relationship and not be any fear from either side. We all put on our pants the same. We all strive to be positive role models for our children. I love this organization. That's Bubba Millhouse, ladies and gentlemen. Janet Tour-Koski, okay? Janet says, it means we are bridging the gap between the public and the officers, humanizing the badge and reminding the world that we too stand against evil and are not the evil as portrayed. Community relations and trust.
Well, that's good.
James Childress, okay? And again, for those of you that might just be hopping on, this is an answer to the question that was thrown out a few weeks ago. What does Bridge the Blue mean to you? So James Childress says, citizens learning more about what goes, what goes through law enforcement's train of thoughts and law enforcement learning why certain people have a negative connotation towards them. Then finding common ground.
Come on.
Wow, I love that. Pete Matthews, he says, citizens should respect the police and the police should respect the citizens. Community outreach by all.
Come on, man. Love that, Pete.
I love these answers. Now, Victoria Pierce. First of all, Victoria is one of our moderators, but she put a lot of thought into this response, and so I'm really excited to share this response with you. Victoria says, and again, this is, what does Bridge the Blue mean to you? Victoria says, it means standing in the gap, being supportive of our LEOs. We need them. They need more funding to equip them with the physical equipment they need, yes, but to also provide opportunities for debriefing on a regular basis. They see and experience horrible things and the worst of people on a regular basis. It can be difficult to remain objective without sufficient opportunity to work through the emotions and feelings that are triggered on a regular basis. It takes building trust on both sides. This means Leos holding Leos accountable for their actions, not turning a blind eye to what their brothers or sisters are doing wrong, and intervening in the moment, not standing guard while their brother or sister is doing something wrong. I don't know how often this happens, but it does. Blindly having someone's back isn't okay when someone is doing something wrong. Covering something up isn't acceptable, nor is ostracizing a fellow Leo who takes action against another Leo for their conduct. This is so good. This is why I wanted to read this, guys. It also means supporting the community we live in and educating them on what law enforcement is about and why we have it. People seem to forget. I think as an individual, if I see an interaction between a Leo and a citizen escalated by the citizen, I would want to step in and try to de-escalate it. Talking about getting involved, man. I think it is taking time to listen to people and what they're saying. Sift through the poor communication. We have some of that, don't we? Sift through the poor communication to get to the heart of the issue and then be able to address that in such a way that they feel heard and validated. Not that they are right necessarily, but that their feelings are real. And then have a beneficial conversation to get to the other side. Oftentimes, all people need to hear is, I'm sorry you're hurting, for them to feel better. Then you can work on the bridge. I love this. But if all there is yelling, screaming, and violence, we have nowhere to go. It's going to take open communication with people who have enough emotional maturity. Oh, that'll preach. It's going to take open communication with people who will have enough emotional maturity to keep themselves in check to begin this process. Yeah. With great moderators, they're there to keep things cool on both sides. Then, once that gets to happen, it has to happen again and again, a brick at a time, until we get it done. Victoria,
that's incredible.
That is, there. I have never seen our heartbeat encapsulated in. I don't even think we've ever. What's the word I'm looking for? We've never explained it that well. But you hit the nail right on the head. Mm-hmm. And so I've got a few more here. Man, I'm still blown away every time I read that, Troy. Victoria, thank you. Thank you. Tina McBride, she says, there are multiple types of bridges. And I love this response too. I love all these.
Yeah, they're all good.
A bridge can be structural or it can be a form of communication. Law enforcement agencies and communities need to identify the gaps in their community, determine what type or types of bridges they need to build. Before you can build a bridge, someone has to decide the community is important and invest in the bridge. If no one will take the time and energy to invest in the bridge, it'll eventually implode.
Yep.
Sheila, that's so good. Mm-hmm. Invest in the bridge. Yep. Sheila Fox Sappington says, love. I love this one too. Oh man. Love builds a bridge. God is love.
Come on.
God says, obey the law and love your God and your neighbor as yourself. Bridge the Blue means to me to be that bridge. Let the light of Jesus Christ shine through me and bridge the gap between law enforcement and the community, to stand with them against evil and do good. And again, for those of y'all that are just joining us, we threw a question out there a few weeks ago. What does Bridge the Blue mean to you? And I'm reading answers from people just like you, members of our Blue crew who were just sharing from their heart. Janet Carter, Bridge the Blue means laying down my time and selfish concerns. We talked about this Monday.
Yep.
Bridge the Blue means laying down my time and selfish concerns to help make a way for our Leos and community members to communicate, understand each other's needs, find commonality, and move forward peacefully. So good. And then Zane Ellis, he's actually my cousin. He actually, he actually just joined the group today. And
is already responding.
I don't know how he found it, but he did, and he actually provided a response. So Zane, what's up? Yeah, Zane's my cousin.
Sorry, Zane.
Come on, man. we had a positive flow going, and just messing with you. Zane says, to me, it is a commitment of respect showed to all who are practicing within their rights, a partnership with open communication and processes to support each other and resolve disputes, following proper channels. So good. So good. So those are responses from members of our community, just like you, part of our Blue crew, people sharing their heart of we the people on what Bridge the Blue means to them. And guys, each and every one of those just fully encapsulate what our mission, what our vision really is here at Bridge the Blue. And so as we're coming up to this event in Missouri, if you can't make it, we ask that you pray for us. Ask that you pray for safety. Ask that you would pray that lives would be changed. We pray that every event that we do, even if it's just one, we pray that no one leave there the same way that they entered.
Yeah.
We want each and every person to leave there a little more encouraged, a little more inspired, a little more hopeful. And so another way that you can also support what's going on in Missouri this week is just to donate. Okay, it's just to give something. Start with what you have, but to financially invest yourself, invest your time. Go through our video. Same for September the 11th. If you can get to Conroe, Texas for September the 11th for our Proud to Be an American event with Lee Greenwood, we ask that you would do whatever you can to make it. But if you can't, we ask you to do the same. Pray for us. These are free events, ladies and gentlemen.
I know people coming to the 9/11 one as far away as California.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
These events are free. Man, that takes commitment in and of itself, man. These events are free. We shared on Monday that these events are averaging $100,000, and they're free. We're putting them on free because that's our heartbeat, right? We're doing this community outreach to help sound the alarm, to help give you a voice. Okay, and then. October 10th, these nationwide rallies. Guys, we need to band together. We need to band together and be united. We need to mobilize, and we need to mobilize fast.
Yeah.
It's only a matter of time. We only have a small frame of time, a small window of opportunity to see this country saved. We've got a country to save.
Yep.
And if we lose law and order, it's only a matter of time before we can no longer call the United States of America the United States of America. So my question is, how big is your patriotism? How big is your spirit of patriotism? How much are you willing to put your money where your mouth is in one way or another, whether it's to actually donate by going to bridgetheblue.com/donate, or whether it's to show up at the events, whether it's to be a rally captain. Okay, we need rally captains. Or whether it's just to show up at the event and let your voice be heard and to join the unsilent majority. Because again, we're not the silent majority. We are now the unsilent majority.
Come on.
And if you don't know much about Bridge the Blue, I'd encourage you, go to bridgetheblue.com and learn about us, learn about our mission, our vision, our values, And we're going to be expanding the website really, really soon. And I do want to make one other announcement really quick. We need volunteers, and more specifically on the creative side. So if you know any good graphic designers, if you know anybody that's great with social media, we need a couple more moderators for the group. We need help. Okay, we need help. And so if you do, shoot me a message. Most of you guys haven't had a problem finding me on Facebook, but shoot me a private message, or you can also email. What's the email address? Let's talk at bridgetheblue.com. Let's talk at bridgetheblue.com. We need a creative team. Right now it's just me, and it's hard to do everything by yourself. And so if you're open to that and you'd like to be part of what we're doing in that regard, shoot an email. Let's talk at bridgetheblue.com, and that way we can chat. And so anyways, anything else, my brother from another mother?
No, I just really want to say thanks to everybody who is a part of this group.
Yes.
Because it's not just a group.
It's a movement.
I kind of see it as a movement. I see it as a family. And I'm a family guy. Ask anybody who knows me. I love my family.
Yes.
That's priority to me. So, but sometimes I get a little sidetracked and I get a little busy on other things and kind of lose focus on where I should be putting my time. And again, I just want to back up Lee and say, hey, there's no time to waste right now. We've got to, and it's not just a cliche or a phrase, but we really got to take our country back.
Yes.
There's no time to waste. So, asking for your help in doing that. Help us stand up together, unite, lock arms together, and see what comes. So it's going to be good. So we're going to talk to you later. That later will be actually in Missouri.
Can't wait.
We'll do a shout out to you tomorrow, sometime after we arrive, and tomorrow evening sometime. And it's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. Good. So,
all right. Well, thank you guys for joining us. Love you guys, and God bless.